name is Nicole and I'm a fourth-year pharmacy student here at the University of Pittsburgh, and I'm really interested in pursuing a career in diabetes education upon graduation, maybe in the community pharmacy setting. And my long-term career goal is to have patients and manage their diabetes through collaborative practices with physicians in the area. So I started applying for jobs recently, and through the job process, I started sending out my resume to different employers, one of them being Wegmans. I sent an email to them with a link to my presentation portfolio about a week before the interview. So the morning of the interview, I went in and we started talking just about a little bit about, like, just to kind of break the ice kind of a thing about how we're doing and about things that are going on in our life. And then she goes, "So last night I was just playing around and I decided to click your portfolio link, and well, I ended up spending 2 hours on it." So she started talking about how awesome the whole portfolio thing was and how she had never seen something like that, and no one's ever given something like that before during an interview. So she was very, very impressed with me handing her something like this. She said it looked very good, and she was clicking the links and so surprised about how amazing and how nice all the links worked and the quality of things attached to it. So she started going on about it, and part of Wegmans is there's an internship program to graduate from. So I had 6 years experience in an internship program where you have to put together a portfolio. So currently the portfolio is paper. So for my first job interview at Wegmans, it was to get a pharmacy internship, and I handed her a binder like this thick of all my information. So it was kind of annoying, I guess, for her to have to lug around everywhere. So she was very impressed with the fact that this time I was able to give her an electronic version with everything and more in it. So that was very nice for her to have to get to see. So moving forward, she asked if she could see the background of the portfolio so she could actually implement it for future interns to use. So right now they're working on building kind of a portfolio so they could use for future interns, so they can keep all their information that they get and learning in the one concise area with their best work highlighted. I recently had a rotation at CVS Pharmacy with 2 of their district managers, and I was kind of asking them, so what do you look for in job applicants, and asking them, oh, would you mind looking at my resume? So I sent them a link to my resume, and I always include that portfolio link. I didn't think much of it at first, but the next day when I met with them, she was like, "So I clicked your portfolio, when do you want the job?" It was actually kind of interesting. And then when I was away abroad, she sent me an email, "So seriously, tell me when you want the job and I'll write you your job offer." She was so impressed with the fact that everything was there, and everything, all of the work that I said I did, I didn't just say I did it. I proved it by showing them that, look, I'm saying I did this poster, it's here. Look, I'm saying I gave this presentation. Here's a picture of me giving the presentation with the presentation. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I saw 600 patients. It's, look at the graph that's in my portfolio with the patients and their outcomes. So she said she was very impressed because no other applicant had ever given her a link like that, and she thought she would just be glancing over it, but she ended up spending quite some time on it. My biggest advice would be, keep everything, just at least if you don't say anything, just upload it in there. That takes 2 seconds to do, but put everything in there, because once it's in there, you can make anything you want of it, and you'll never lose the fact that you did it. It's important to keep track of that, because with such a competitive market right now, it's just so hard to really market yourself, and you can do that by not just saying what you did, but this is a nice opportunity to prove it and show the quality of your work, which is typically if you're coming from